Hunt the Wumpus is a text-based survival horror mainframe game from 1973, where you have to venture into a cave with 20 rooms in the shape of a duodecahedron, which looks like this. The creator says to look at one to see how this works, and if you don't know what a duodecahedron is, to ask someone. In this cave are 2 bottomless pits and 2 super bats. The pits make you fall into China for some reason. The bats grab you and take you to some other room at random with no thought whatsoever for your travel plans. Gregory Yob helpfully points out that this might be troublesome. Well, yes, Gregory, it can lead to instant death. That has been known to be troublesome. Our titular Wumpus has sucker feet to avoid pits and is too big for a bat to lift. How convenient. If you enter a room he's in or shoot an arrow, he wakes. If he ends up where you are after he wakes, he eats you. Unsurprisingly, this will cause you to lose. Your job as the plucky adventurer with more courage than sense is to find it and introduce it to the concept of no longer being alive. Each turn you have a choice of moving or shooting. You can only shoot 5 times, because you didn't plan ahead and your quiver only contains 5 arrows. Run out of arrows? Well, you've no way to hunt the Wumpus then, do you? So it's death for you. These 5 arrows aren't regular arrows though. They're crooked arrows. You tell an arrow which caves you'd like it to visit, up to 5 of them in a sequence. If you suggest a path that doesn't actually exist, say trying to get from cave 3 to cave 18 when there's a solid wall in the way, the arrow will simply shrug and pick a valid tunnel at random, because it knows the way better than you do. Meaning you can be really clever and manage to shoot yourself with an arrow. Ouch! Arrow got you! Because, of course, I managed to do that. If you instead manage to somehow hit the Wumpus, you win! You don't just randomly hit numbers and traverse this duodecahedronal labyrinth though. The system will helpfully warn you if the 3 potential hazards are nearby, by telling you it feels a draft, or bats nearby, or I smell a Wumpus. The game will call you a hotshot and say that the Wumpai will get their revenge, and that Wumpai's spirits will haunt you until then. Well, at least it called me a hotshot, I guess. Hunt the Wumpus was designed primarily due to the frustrations the creator had with simple grid-based mazes around at the time, and having a weapon that's not entirely reliable and more shoot and hope until you get more experienced with it, combined with the moving predator and more complex maze, makes for a variant that stands out due to its use of vertices, first-person perspective in terms of you actually being the character, and horror elements should your hunting go very wrong. It's easy enough to play, but difficult to master, a hallmark of good game design. And while it won't wow anyone over 50 years later, people are still making new versions of it, which is neat. Oh, and it was also considered one of the 100 best games of all time by a publication back in 2012. Huh.